If you could wake up 6 months from now and have a thriving online community that makes 50,000, 100,000 or more every single month, would you be willing to learn the tools and systems to do it? Because here's the truth. I've worked with many online coaches and online brands that sell a service or a membership to a community, and they fail because of 3 reasons. Not just because they're lacking in potential. Tools that, if mastered, could change their trajectory forever. And I've helped them. We put the systems in place and fixed these 3 primary factors that were holding them back and could potentially hold you back. So I've worked with them, and together we've mastered these 3 key areas to be able to put together a cohesive ecosystem to take a new client online and transition them to a full-time paying customer. And if that sounds appealing to you, these are the 3 areas that I would focus on. By mastering all of these, it changes everything. And by understanding them, anybody can get started in this business. There's actually one more, a secret 4th tool that'll change the game and really determine who will succeed and who will fail. I like to call it the insurance policy tip. We'll get to that one at the end. Today, I'm not just sharing strategies. I'm opening a sort of virtual playbook. The same playbook I've given my clients to grow their communities, generate an online image, and scale their brand to a massive point. This also comes with fame. As you grow in traffic, your subscribers will grow, and passive income, because once your members are in, they're likely to keep paying as long as you provide value. And again, this isn't just theory. It's proven, it's backed with testimonials, and I can help you do the same thing. But to start, let's talk about number 1. How do we set the stage for a good online brand and community? Well, first, we need the community. Communities have always been ways to bring people together. Sharing stories, sharing insights, it's where humans over time have grown and gained valuable insight into their past, present, and future. At the end of the day, your community is going to help people learn a primary objective. You're going to take them from a position of not knowing or not understanding to a position of competence and being able to provide lessons or ways and metrics to measure and achieve that outcome for them. You're not just building a website and hoping people show up. It's about crafting an experience, one that attracts, retains, and engages. I remember when I first started my community. I thought if I just put out some great content, people will come. And they did. I got some good engagement spikes for a while, but soon my system plateaued. The cracks started to show, engagement dropped. More importantly, members left and money was lost. I realized I was building on sand and not a solid rock foundation. Essentially, your community needs to be a home base. It's not just where members gather, it's where they learn, they connect, and they grow. Without that solid platform, your community members will struggle. That's why Instagram's so great, because everyone understands it, so nobody gets confused on the platform, and therefore your content can stand out easily. But in terms of a website, we need to do the same thing. And after looking at almost 200 different community platforms, this is what I've realized. These 4 things separate the great communities from the mediocre ones. First, course content. Structured lessons that deliver clear value. Members should feel like they're gaining an edge with every single module. Second, a forum space, a hub for collaboration. Members need to be able to do 3 things in this: share ideas, troubleshoot problems, and also motivate each other. So make sure you have dedicated spaces and forums for all of these things. Third are your chats. Instant communication builds that sense of belonging we desire as humans, especially when we're trying to take on something new. It turns your community from just static to dynamic. And finally, resources for growth. These can be more passive things that people can explore as they feel comfortable. Good ideas would be Notion templates, scripts, workbooks, or ebook. Things people can dive into as they wish outside of the course content and really capitalize on the information. The platform I love for this is WAP. It's a new and growing platform that you haven't seen recently because it was just founded. It's built for simplicity as well as scale. I'm not sponsored by WAP, but I do use them for my community, and it's what I'm teaching a lot of my coaches now. You're used to older platforms like Discord, but they can get very complex quickly, and a lot of times you need teams skilled in managing those communities just to help make the features understandable to everyone coming in that's new. WAP, though, feels like Apple invented it. It eliminates the friction. Members can check out using Apple Pay, and it takes 2 clicks to figure out how to move yourself around in the community. Everything is straightforward with clear, precise little icons, and you can just click on what you want. And it integrates everything: courses, memberships, forums, and even Discord access into its platform. So your members can get everything they need without leaving the website, but just tabbing over. It's also free to get started, unlike School, which charges $99 a month, or Discord, which quickly requires advanced assistance and plugins. When I switched to WAP from Discord, Discord, I felt the difference between running on a treadmill and sprinting on a track. Additionally, because of WAP's built-in features that promote it out to their community and to the general public, your content is already being pushed out and you don't even have to do anything. Everything just started to click and my results were night and day. But what I want you to understand is your platform is more than a tool. Whatever platform you choose, understand that people will judge your content and your community based on how the platform operates. So invest heavily in the right one and you'll be building something that lasts. Tool number 2, the actual content inside of your community. Content is the heartbeat of your community. It's what draws people in and keeps them engaged. You're watching content on mine right now that I hope achieves a mission for you, to better educate you and make you feel more drawn in my overall ecosystem. That's what you want to do inside your own community. There's internal and there's external content. Internal content is a lot less formalized. It's the webinars, it's the Loom recordings, it's the one-on-one lessons that you post in the community so people can feel that personal touch that you are working on them to achieve their goals. It doesn't have to be as highly edited or put together, but it does give them the direct feeling that they are being coached. External content is more presentable. It's your business outside. If you walked to the 22nd floor of Apple versus the first floor, you're gonna notice a different presentation style between what they present to the public and what's actually going on behind the scenes. Think of your content machine as the same thing. When I started creating content, I thought volume was just the key to everything. I just burned out quickly trying to create endless reels and videos, and I didn't really know what to create next. I sat in the corner thinking, well, what's the best next video? Should I create more reels? Should I go back to long form? What do I actually do? You need a strategy. It's not about doing more, it's about doing it smarter. This is what we teach in our community and what you can explore if you're a member. These are the type of content to create. 1, flagship. Create a cornerstone course or guide that defines your community. These are the primary lessons that deliver the overall objective of your course program. It's the signature offering, the reason people join. In our community, it's the actual course builder course, where you can learn exactly how to set up your community and how to implement lessons into it. Exactly what I'm teaching you right now, but at a more advanced level. 2nd, diversify formats. Cater this primary material into all learning styles. A big reason I see usership and retention drop is because people can't understand your content. You're creating it only for people that are hands-on learners instead of people that like to read it themselves or, go over it a few times. For visual learners, slideshows and ebooks. For the hands-on type, do weekly workshops and do live videos. For readers, ebooks and guides. The emphasis on your content should be quick wins. Every piece of content should offer some sort of quick win. Viewers should feel like they're progressing each time they take that step through the next piece of content. Solve problems, answer questions, and remove barriers to take to the next step. When you combine these elements, you're not just educating, but you're actually transforming people. People want to feel that shift, and giving them diverse steps that make them feel like they're generating new thoughts and processes are what actually make them feel like they're getting value out of your program. For the second part of Tool 2, external content should really be focused on building your personal brand. Get a good editor or get familiar with editing tools like iMovie, CapCut, Photoshop, or Premiere Pro, whatever you're gonna use to create good graphics and content for your external viewers. You can go on Fiverr or Upwork and hire video editors that can do a great job of just putting your things in a presentable format. But I would recommend you play around with video editing first on different free platforms to understand how to coach people on editing better for you. The way your brand is presented is important and it all needs to look cohesive, so make sure your editors are on the same page. Again, something else we teach in our community. That brings us to tool number 3, branding and social media. Your social media isn't a megaphone, it's a gateway, a series of steps people will take to engage and drive to the furthest conversion you want. Done right, social media is actually an advertising platform. It's not just somewhere you can scroll through reels. You watching my video, you can tell I'm advertising my community, and I know I provide good value there, but I want you to do the same with your community. If you want to join my community, please do so and get the actual lessons on a deeper level of how to implement this, but I want you guys to start creating your own long form and short form content. Think of the videos as ads and providing some sort of value linked to your primary offer. Don't get off topic and start ranting about anything crazy with politics or your social life or anything unrelated. Keep it on point to who you are and what you stand for. That's the biggest difference I see between successful and unsuccessful content creators. The best ones look at their social media as a way to advertise, not just as a representation of themselves online. When I first started, I was treating it more like a diary. Random posts, no strategy, constant change in the video structure. It wasn't until I mapped out my clear brand identity, my value, my style of editing, what fonts I use, all of these things, that I could actually start producing good, high quality content consistently. But more importantly, like I mentioned, having your editors be able to understand at some later point what your content style is will be very critical. And it gives that cohesive look to who you are as an identity and what you stand for. So somebody can look at your overall Instagram profile and tell that you take good care of yourself. So you probably do a good job on everything you do, such as your course. Here's the formula. If you want to, I would get started at some point with long form content. Think YouTube videos or in-depth vlogs that establish authority. Second is your short form content. Extract highlights from your long form and post them on TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts, or ideally a combination of all of those. You can use tools like Opus Clip to chop them up and do a good job at automating your posting schedule. Third, have call to actions in both of those methods. Include links in your YouTube videos to your primary YouTube sales video, which is going to have the link in that description to your main website or traffic source. The big mistake I see on YouTube is people are just putting all their links in the same description for every video. Have other videos linked, because that increases your watch time and grows your channel as well to expand your message. On social media, don't constantly pitch your offer, give good value, and every once in a while, I would say every 1 in 5 to 8 posts, make an offer. Your bio needs to be set up to direct people to your link as well as your resources. I can show you how to set that up if you're in the community. Finally, automation. Use tools to make all of these processes easier. I already mentioned Opus Clip, which is a great AI tool to chop up long form into short form, but there's other tools to manage the other parts of the process. For example, I use an AI platform that can set up basic responses in my profile and my DMs and route people to different sources depending on what they think will best suit their needs. You can create a web of different possible response routes somebody can take by answering questions, and it'll recommend the best course of action for them, so you're not just throwing away leads if you have multiple offers. Having all of this properly structured and set up is vital to whether you succeed or fail. I'm just gonna say that. Whether your content sucks or you have bad lighting or a bad studio, that can make a huge impact on the initial long form content. So when it gets chopped up, nobody's also gonna watch it on TikTok or Instagram or any short form platform. That's gonna mean nobody goes to your bio, nobody checks out your links, nobody cares who you are, and therefore you get no sales. So maximizing every step of that process and that funnel is going to be essential. These tools and mastering them are powerful, but here's the truth. Even if you are able to fix the system, there's still one thing holding you back. It's a fourth tool that separates the goods from the greats. And it's something I'm now coaching all of my personal individual one-on-one clients on a regular basis to make sure that they're not losing value. It's something deeper than just your content or your community. It's something most people tend to actually overlook. None of this works if you're not ready to lead. You can't own a community, you can't teach a resource, you can't be that person advertising on social media if you're not confident, if you don't believe in what you have to offer, but more importantly, if you don't believe in yourself. I don't care if it sounds cheesy or stupid or whatever, but it's the honest truth. I can only communicate in the way I talk now because I have failed miserably, and I keep all of those videos up on my YouTube, so you can go back a year and a half when I was still putting out original business videos or dating tips or whatever I used to be into, and really started to master my presence and what my message was. And over time I got better at communicating that, and as I got into this industry over a year ago and started to get good with my results, I could actually tailor what I wanted to say. And my tone, my rate of speech, everything relating to that got better. But more importantly, I started to believe more in myself as I got sales and as I started delivering good results. I've seen people with all the tools fail because they don't have the discipline to actually keep working on it. And so their progress just takes a nosedive. Confidence, competence, charisma. Those are the traits that I've seen set leaders apart. And they're not innate, they're built. Anybody can learn them. Once again, this is something we not only include in our community, but we start with. If you click on the link and check out the community, you're gonna see the primary course. It says start or start here, and it's labeled personal development. We walk people through exactly how to change your mindset and how to understand how to think about success and put that into the proper perspective, because you probably have a broken sense of self. Next, we teach how to master relationships and social presence and figure out how do you interact with people how to remove the worst people from your life so you can actually focus on your business, and how to find people that actually add to that. Third, we teach fitness and health because you can't get anywhere unless your mind and your body are in the right rhythm and you actually feel like working. When you're sick or when you're tired or when you're stressed, that's the only thing you think about, not moving yourself forward. And finally, we teach finance and getting your personal budget in order so you can actually take advantage and continuously work on your business resources and have money to spend. And then more importantly, building discipline in your finances so when you see success, you don't just throw it all away. Because that initial snowball effect is what determines who becomes a millionaire or a billionaire versus who just crashes and burns out immediately. If you're ready to master all of these tools and start building an online brand with almost no money involved, the path starts here. Make a simple investment and decide to actually commit to something that will be around the entire duration of your life. A personal brand never leaves, and it always is representing who you are and expanding your image to the public. I've benefited from a personal brand in so many ways. Instead of having to find a good YouTube editor, I had people reaching out to me in my DMs, hitting me up with offers, and now I just pick the one I want to go with. I had people asking me to promote things and offering to pay me money just because I post on YouTube and because I've been consistent. I have people joining my community because I know what I'm talking about now, and I have a good way of coaching and communicating with people from experience and from putting myself out there. And more importantly, I changed the outcomes in my life because I took advantage of the current moment, because I watched videos like this, saw someone talking, and decided I wanted that for myself. If you're ready to master these tools and invest in yourself and the future, take action. Click the link below, join the community, learn step by step on exactly how to do this, and let's build something absolutely extraordinary. This is your year, this is your time. Take advantage of it.